Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing very well. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kerry, and in today's video, we are going to be doing a little bit of a Tuesday morning full house clean and reset. So this last weekend has been a little bit of a crazy one, and we are now into the school half-term holidays, which means that everyone is here pretty much all of the time. So my crazy weekend is now a crazy weekend plus a crazy week. The house is already in chaos, and I figured it might be nice to do a little bit of a reset because I haven't done one in a little while for you guys. So there's various things that I want to achieve today. I want to, of course, get the house clean. I want to get the house picked up. There's lots of things that are out of place, need to go back where they belong. I also want to take all of the rubbish out. I want to reset the wax melts and the candles, recharge all the batteries, just little things like that to get a reset done. I also have a small little kind of top up food shop coming today from Iceland. I tend to do these days I will do 1 week I will do a big food shop from Tesco, and then the week after that I will do kind of like a top up and freezer shop from Iceland. So I do kind of go between the two to make sure that I've got everything that I need at the cheapest possible prices. So today I have my Iceland delivery due as well, so I'll do a little bit of a mini food shop haul. Like I say, it's just really a top-up shop with you all, so you guys can see what kind of things I'm going to be having for dinner this week if you're interested. I also have next week off from work. I have a full week of approved holiday from work, and during that time I'm going to be getting the kitchen revamp done. Now, if you were here in the previous video, you will have seen that I've done a small kitchen declutter, which I do very frequently to make sure that stuff isn't building up. I also did a deep-ish clean of the kitchen as well to make sure that we were completely ready for the redecoration process to start during my week off. Now that kitchen, since I've done that video, has been completely trashed. So I need to do it again today. Fun, but it doesn't need to be a deep clean. At the moment in the video, aside from looking like a rather large grey marshmallow sat on the sofa, I'm currently trying to fix the handle on this cupboard door. So I don't know what's going on with this particular handle, but it falls off all the time. No matter how tight I screw it in, it falls off all the time, and it's frustrating, and it's really difficult to get to because of the space where that cupboard is. So that's what I was doing there. But I'm just going to go through the whole house one room at a time. I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to clean it, I'm going to reset it, and I thought I would take you guys along with me so that next week when I do the kitchen redecoration, the house shouldn't, in theory shouldn't, but probably will, fall spectacularly to pieces. My daughter will be back at school next week, so I'll have one less person hanging around in the house to kind of mess it up, and I will have my week off. So although it's going to be absolute carnage in the kitchen for a week, the rest of the house should, in theory, stay pretty picked up if I keep on top of it this week, which is why I'm doing the reset now. Each morning I'll go around and do a little bit of a tidy up, and hopefully we will keep on it. So this table here is a folding table that we pull out when we have a big dinner, so like Christmas dinner, Easter dinner, when we have like a buffet kind of dinner for birthdays and things like that, and for when we do crafting. So at the moment it's pulled out for my youngest daughter, who is very crafty and is currently making herself a little costume, a cosplay, whatever you want to call it. This eventually will be armour. And she's kind of like me with her crafting, so she will zone in completely for a couple of days and focus on nothing but that all day for a couple of days, and then she'll leave it for a week or so. So I'm just tidying up the bits so she can have a little break from it for a week or so, and then she'll come back to it and she'll pull the table out and we'll start again. But for today I want to get this put away because it's driving me mad sitting here looking at it. So I'm putting all of her scraps and bits that she's still using into a bag, and then I'm throwing away all the little tiny pieces that have been cut and obviously need to go into the bin. and then I'm going to just hoover this area and just clean it up. I have my daughter's boyfriend staying around this week, so just for like a day, but we tend to blow up the airbed here, so we need the space. So it's time for this table to be collapsed and cleaned and put away for that to happen. So now that the lounge and the dining room are clean, it's time to just reset the little bits and bobs that make this feel kind of homely. So I'm changing out the wax melt, putting a fresh tea light in there. I've changed the batteries on my little battery powered LED candles, all of those kinds of things, so that when I do finish my week's work on Saturday afternoon, I can come home, I can light my wax melt, I can light my candles, I can make it all cozy in here, I can relax for that Saturday evening and be ready to go with the revamp of the kitchen on the Sunday. So it's pretty much going to be hitting the ground running from the second that I'm finished work to the minute I go back in getting the kitchen done. But I have allowed myself, and I tend to allow myself, Saturday after work as my absolute downtime. So I will sit with my candles on, I will often put a film on and do some of my embroidery on a Saturday evening, and I just take that downtime for myself as the point each week where I know that I've not made any plans. I don't have to stress out about anything or do anything. I know I've got it covered, everything's done, and I can just relax. So I'm moving now into the kitchen. This is the kitchen, obviously. I deep cleaned this yesterday. That video that you saw before, this is the day after I finished filming the deep clean of the kitchen, and already it's an absolute pigsty in here. I don't know how it happens. I clean up after myself. I wash dishes after I've made meals. I clean out my cups. But every time I come into this kitchen, it's absolutely destroyed, and I really can't figure out how it happens. I mean, look at all this stuff by the sink. There's a bunch of cups, there's chopsticks, there's knives, there's washing up that needs to be done. And I do this every night before I go to bed. It's almost like we've got Elf on a Shelf going on, and the elves are causing trouble and drinking lots of coffee, apparently, and eating some sushi. I don't know. I don't know how this happens. But every single day I come down in the morning and there is stuff waiting for me by the sink, and it drives me absolutely insane. It drove me to the point recently, a couple of months ago, where I took every single glass out of the cupboard and every single mug out of the cupboard, and I replaced it with disposable cups and disposable takeaway coffee cups, and still they were left everywhere. Like, all you literally have to do is throw them into the bin, give them a rinse out, throw them into the bin, and still I would come down and there would be plastic cups and paper cups and stuff all over the place. And I thought, well, that's just ridiculous and wasteful, so I'm going to have to put the cups back. But I come down every single morning, and there are cups by the sink, and I think potentially it's going to be the end of my mental tether one day. I'm going to go ballistic one day when I come down and I find all this stuff. But for today, I was in a pretty good mood, and I thought, do you know what, just going to do it. And believe it or not, like literally a couple of hours after I did the kitchen, I came back and there were cups by the sink again. Why can't people wash up a cup? They know how much it infuriates me, but still they will not wash up a cup. They will leave it right next to the sink. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm just putting some stuff down the sink because it's a bit whiffy. I've got some soda crystals and I've got some vinegar, and I've just put that down the plug hole and then just rinsed it through. It did the job. I don't know what was down there causing a stench, but it got rid of it anyway. I know the kitchen doesn't look bad from where you guys are sitting, but I don't know if it's because I'm actually in amongst it. It feels so untidy and so dirty, and I'm really hoping that when I've redone this kitchen and I've reorganised it and I've got everything exactly how I want it, it's not going to feel so much like this. I absolutely hate having stuff out on the sides. I really do. I hate having the toaster out. I hate having the fryer out. I hate having the utensils out. I hate things on the worktops. But when I completely bare the worktops, I put everything away, I feel like I need to put something on it. So I really need to figure that out in my brain as well while I'm doing the kitchen. What can I have out? What can I tolerate out? And what needs to be away? A lot of it's going to be going onto shelves and racks and stuff on the wall. And I need to completely reorganise every single cupboard in this place. But this is what I mean by the mess. Look at it. Look at it. I don't even know. I mean, the 2 bags by the door are the rubbish that I took through from the lounge when I was doing the lounge a minute ago. But the rest of this, it's appeared overnight. And it's driving me crazy. I tell you, I need to put a camera up in here. Now, I know that the bins were me. And I know that this drop cloth on the floor was me, because I sanded down some of the wall ready for doing the kitchen when I do it. I know that was me. But everything else, not me. Don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, let's get back on track. Time to take out these bins. I tend to do these probably every other day, maybe every 3 days. I did think initially when I got these bins that it would be an everyday job, which is why I got bins that were so small. But actually it does take 2 or 3 days a lot of the time for these to fill up. When we've got people round and at the weekend, I have to do them each day. But most of the time, 2 or 3 days they'll last before they need to be taken out. And it's so much easier now that everything is in smaller bags. It's not so heavy and cumbersome and explosive when you do take them out. It's really, really nice. A little bit of pink stuff spray on the top there just to clean them down. And that's all these guys need. It's so much easier to maintain these bins. I'm still loving them, and I still would highly, highly recommend them. So I'm just going to take the bins out now. As you can see, A, my back door doesn't like to stay open. And B, like my garden needs a bit of a tidy up. That is going to be another video. I'm going to be doing my my hanging baskets and my window baskets and all that, and plant some strawberries tomorrow. So I'm going to film that, and I'm going to do a little bit of a garden tidy up as well. So that will be a video for another day. Sorry if it's annoying you in the meantime. Yes, it's bugging me too. But it would appear that I can't wait to start the garden project. I'm having to hold myself back. And I've started doing little bits and bobs, and so the garden's in turmoil again after I only just finished cleaning it last time. But hey ho, you can't always win these things. Last thing I'm going to do in the kitchen today is just give this floor a bit of a clean, and then we'll move on to the upstairs.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
So in between cleaning each room today, I am dealing with quite a lot of laundry. I think I did 4 loads this day. I'm just going to show you one so you get the idea. But yeah, in amongst everything, I am doing laundry loads. We've had some pretty bad weather this week. It's been like a little mini autumn. It's been very blustery and very rainy. So it is time to utilise the tumble dryer, which again, that area is getting messy too. But I do hang all the bits that can't go in the dryer. It tends to be off various curtain rails, seems to work for me. But it was about time for the Iceland delivery to arrive, so I'm just going to give you a quick little run through of everything that I bought, just in case you're interested. If you're not, skip ahead and we'll get back to the cleaning very, very soon. And then we're going to move on to upstairs. Okay, so apologies if you can hear the washing machine. This is just a little top-up shop. I'm just going to run through it real quick before I put it all away. Usually I do an Iceland one week, then Tesco the next week. So Iceland's all my kind of freezer stuff, quick little top-up bits, and then Tesco is my main shop every 2 weeks. So let's just run through this. I've got a couple of loaves of bread. One's going to stay out, one's going to go in the freezer, which is just as well because that is tomorrow's date. So we'll keep this one out and we'll put this one in the freezer. I've got a couple of packs of garlic, coriander, naan bread for curry that we're having later on. I've got some very squashed rolls, which again are going to go into the freezer for, I've got burgers on the menu next week. Got some cheeky tea cakes because I needed to make my order up and I wanted something sweet, so I've got some tea cakes. Got some roast potatoes because I'm having such trouble getting fresh potatoes that are not just like pretty much grey all the way through at the moment, so I'm having to buy my potatoes pre-processed. Normally I'd do this myself, so I've got some roast potatoes there. Yorkshire puddings I've started buying ready-made. I prefer them homemade. I don't really like these ones, but when you're making them at home, it kind of ruins the inside of your oven with oil. So I've just gone for the ready-made ones. I have a enchilada kit. This is the cheesy baked one, mild because none of us can really do spicy except my son. Some more tea, some crumpets. Let's see what the date is. You've got to be a little bit careful with Iceland and their dates. Their dates are never that long from Iceland. Where's the date? I'm going mad. You guys are probably literally shouting at it now. Oh, there we go. The first, again, that's just a couple of days away, but these will not last that long anyway, not a problem. Got some more Worcester sauce for, I'm making barbecue sauce, and I'm making Swedish meatballs, so I need that. Some milk, some tropical juice drink just for general, it's got a bit squashed, just for general drinking, and some pineapple juice for a sweet and sour sauce I'm making. A couple of packs of smoked back bacon for breakfast on Sunday. Some plain flour, some self-raising flour. I'm making various bits and bobs this week, so topped up on those. Some more sugar for teas and coffees and baking, and then excuse me, I got a couple of pizzas just for a quick dinner. I've got the kitchen reno coming up soon, so I'm going to want a quick dinner here and there. So I've got a thin crust cheese and ham, thin crust hot dogs, and then I thought I would try these Iceland takeaway ones which are on offer at the moment. So I've got an ultimate crust cheese feast, an ultimate crust double pepperoni, and upside down again, and ultimate crust barbecue chicken and bacon. I'm hoping these are somewhat similar to the Chicago town ones. I know they've not got stuffed crust. I love a stuffed crust, so does my son, but my two daughters don't like the stuffed crust, so we kind of, one week we'll have ones with stuffed crust, one week we'll have one with just normal crust. So that is my little order. It's just a top-up shop, a few bits for the freezer, nothing crazy. I'll do another one of my Tesco order next week, but for now I'm going to pop all this away. Okay, so upstairs now. I'm going to be starting off in my bedroom, just making the bed really quickly. I try and make my bed every single day, almost as soon as I get out of it. But on days when I have got deliveries due, I do have this tendency to sit downstairs and wait, or insist on being downstairs waiting until that delivery arrives. Even when I've got a kind of window, like a delivery slot that's hours away, I cannot remain in the bedroom to do anything or be upstairs doing anything. I have to be sitting downstairs waiting for that delivery, which drives me insane. I have plenty of time in the morning to do this before I get that delivery in, but I had to start downstairs with the cleaning and come up here, and therefore I haven't made my bed yet today. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to pop this little bit of laundry away, and I need to clean my desk area off. So my desk area is where I sit and do most of my editing for you guys. I really do need to redesign it. I want it to be not only an editing space but a little bit of a backdrop, so that when I am filming things to camera, where I'm talking to you face to face, I want it to be a prettier kind of backdrop, and this is the perfect little spot for it. So I will be redesigning this soon as well, and moving this chest of drawers out so that I can actually get my knees under the desk when I am editing the videos. At the moment I'm kind of sat sideways, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, that's another job for another day. We are moving on now to the bathroom. Again, taking out the bins as I'm going around each room. I'm grabbing the bin and they're all going to go out. It's bin day tomorrow, so it's the perfect day for me to do this. So I'm experimenting today with some new camera angles. It's very difficult for me to film in the toilet and in the bathroom because they are such small spaces with my tripod in. It's got quite a wide base. So I've got a little dinky tripod and I've perched it on the end of the bath. So the camera angle, probably not so flattering, but I'm hoping that you can see a little bit more of what's going on than you normally would with my other tripod. We'll try it out this week. We'll see what everyone reckons, and then I can go back to the tripod if I need to, or I can carry on using this little dinky baby one if this is better for you guys. I feel like you can see a little bit more of what's going on, and unfortunately I apologise a lot more of my butt, but you know, I'm a human being and I have a butt, and when I'm cleaning it's going to get in the way. So yeah, apologies for that Bridget Jones moment, but you could see what I was doing with the shower door a little bit better than you can see normally, if that makes sense. So let me know what you think anyway, guys. Are these angles better or worse? And I will change it up and we'll see how we go from there. So I'm just giving the shower screen door a clean. I am going to be taking this off really, really soon. Once they have finished boarding out the loft, if they ever come back to finish it, I'm going to be wrapping this up, taking it off and putting it in the loft. And I'm just going to get a shower curtain back again because it makes it so difficult for me to clean down this end of the bath. And also because it moves. If you lean on it, you know, it moves. Water gets underneath it. I want to go back to a shower curtain and not have to clean this thing forever and ever more. So yeah, that's going to be going very, very soon. And I shall just get maybe 2 or 3 of the same shower curtain and just have them like in a rotation once a week. I'll take it down, put it through the wash, so I'll have a few in rotation to keep it kind of clean. I know they can get kind of mildewy, so I don't really want that. So I'm hoping this is a better angle of the bath. I feel like it is. Maybe I'll mix and match the angles. Again, I've got it perched just under the sink here, and I feel like that's better for seeing what I'm doing over here. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Again, for the toilet, I'm using the teeny weeny tripod just on the chest of drawers. I know you can't see down into the toilet bowl, but you guys have seen me clean the toilet a million times. So hopefully you know what the procedure is for me cleaning the loo. And it is just a little reset today. It's not a deep clean. So I'm hoping that this is okay. I'm kind of preferring this angle. It's definitely easier for me to film, particularly in the toilet, because I don't have to worry about where I am in relation to the camera. You can still kind of see everything that I'm doing, even though you can't see it in detail. I think if I do a deep clean, I'll use the original angles, and just on like full house cleans and stuff, I'll use this little dinky one. It's so much easier for me anyway. So the last thing that I'm going to be doing today for you guys is I'm going to be cleaning the floors and swapping out the bath mat in the bathroom, and that's going to be it for today. I really hope that you've enjoyed our little reset. Hopefully it's motivated you to get your house reset as well, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.